Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian. Today I'm talking Love Island All Stars Series 1, Episode 25. All right, so, man, another episode that, the ending was good, but man, the first 30 minutes were pretty brutal. I'm not going to lie. They're it was pretty brutal. I clocked it for the first 11 and a half minutes. The only thing of significance that happened is Chris pulled Callum for a quick chat about the recoupling. Um, and Anton and Georgia H went to the hideaway. That was it. That was it, man. This episode was only like 45 minutes too. So a third of the episode was those two sentences I just said. Those two sentences. Just woof. They get a text about the challenge. Actually, let me take that back. So maybe half the episode was good because I forgot that the challenge that happened beforehand before we get to this cliffhanger for dumping. So they get a text that, hey, we're gonna have the All Stars couple goals challenge. And essentially, this is one of those games where they're going to ask these tough questions. The couples need to vote on it, write down their answer on a chalkboard, turn it around. So it's a game where everyone gets offended at everything. It's a game where everyone that gets offended at everything that is said about them. Um, I think they just need to go to an understanding that when they have these games, before the game starts, just be like, all right, we have to give an answer to somebody. Don't take it so personally, but they do. They always do. Um, the only one I wrote down that was like, I guess, super notable was the one that actually dictates who's eligible for dumping. But they did one like who they think is the who cares about the red carpet more than relationship. I think Chris and Joanna won that one. Um, who's more invested in the relationship? I think Anton and Georgia H was most of the majority. A lot of like Chris and Joanna were the answers to a lot of questions. Georgia S and Toby were answers to a couple of questions. But the one that was of most valuable, which couple is the least compatible? And right when they write down their answers, Maya Jama shows up, and I guess a notable one is when they're writing these down. Georgia Georgia H and Anton wrote down the answer. They were trying not to pile on somebody, so they probably would have picked Chris and Joanne. They probably would have picked maybe Casey and I don't know. They said they don't regret. Georgia H regrets the decision. Anton doesn't. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad they do the games like this where they put them in a situation where they think that they're safe because then they're just gonna pick their friends and yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm actually fine with the outcome. I like them on their toes. I like them all. I like when they're upset. It's like I'm. This is what we need. All right, so I'll run down the list of what people chose, and then I'll tally up and tell you who's actually eligible for dumping. The amount of votes they get don't matter. It's just so you get one, you're eligible. All right, so Georgia, S, and Toby, they chose Casey and Eve. Joanna and Chris chose Joe and Arabella. Greg, my handwriting is terrible. Georgia H and Anton chose Joanna and Chris. Casey and Eve chose Joanna and Chris. Molly and Tom chose Callum and Jess. Jess and Callum chose Joe and Arabella. Joe and Arabella chose Casey and Eve. Sophie and Josh chose Joe and Arabella. So Joe and Arabella, they got 3 votes. Casey and Eve got 2 votes. Callum and Jess 1 vote. Chris and Joanna 2 votes. So Maya calls them up. They all stand in line, and the Islanders have to choose one boy and one girl to dump. And I think that will be decided by Georgia H and Anton, Molly and Tom, and Georgia S and Toby, and Sophie and Josh. Because really, there's 8 couples. There's 4 selections. Yeah, so they're going to choose one guy, one girl to go home. I'm wondering if they have to vote together. I don't think I can't recall if Maya was like guys choose girls, girls choose guys. I'm pretty sure they just choose, which I think is good because then we're gonna get like some biased sides. People are gonna have to make some tough decisions. I think that is important. Yeah, just because people get. I think just everyone is getting a little too complacent. I think they need to be on their toes like every other episode, in my opinion. for this because this season's boring. I'm sorry. Like the dumpings are good, but other than that, it's boring as hell. It's so boring. And I was ready to come and destroy it because the first 11 minutes were just like, I'm like, what am I watching? This is so stupid. And it rebounded, luckily. And like Clockwork Friday, usually Friday's usually the juicy episode right before we go to unseen bits on Saturday that I don't watch. But yeah, I'm excited. If I had to guess, hmm, I'm gonna say they're gonna keep. It's really the girl. I don't know who they're gonna dump. That's who I don't know who they're gonna dump here. But both twins are eligible. I think they're gonna dump. I think I might go Joe and Arabella, honestly. That's gonna be my guess. Uh I'm sorry for yawning. Just a long day, long week. Um, Let me know what you guys think below. Who you think will be eliminated? I'm gonna put my choice down as Joe and Arabella. I think are both gonna go. I don't think the twins are gonna go. So that leaves between Arabella and Joanna. I don't know. They could. Joanna said she wanted to talk to Callum. Chris could go, honestly. It could be Chris and Arabella because Chris isn't really talking to anybody. Hmm. So it's probably going to be between Chris and Joanna. Yeah, it's going to be one of them. I don't think they're going to dump any of the new people who just got here slash the twins. Yeah, we'll see. We got something to look forward to tomorrow. Um, Thank you for watching. We have Thursday is kind of a busy night for us. We have Farm Once a Wife. We have Traders US as well. Um, what else we got? We got Ready to Love tomorrow. We're gonna do something for Jersey Shore because the I think the second part of the season it could be new. I don't even know. They do like their split seasons. It could be the split season. But we'll have something for that as well. And just tons of stuff, tons of stuff. We always got something going on. Appreciate the comments about what shows to watch. I know somebody dropped the you should watch Maps Australia. I appreciate that. When I have some free time, I will. I'm not going to do like the Fort. Another daily is just too tough. It's too tough. You see me yawning over here. It's just we got a lot going on. Got a lot going on, and got to take care of kids and stuff like that. But yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow for this. And if you're watching any other stuff, I will see you later tonight. See ya.